Okay. Whoa. Okay. It took me a minute to figure this out, a few minutes to figure out why there was no sound on that particular video. In a nutshell, I'll start off with saying that I am Heather Wayman and I'm the director at Belly Dance Geek. And for the last 6 weeks, 5 weeks actually, today is week 6, we've been doing some live videos illustrating some concepts for helping you to create elegant and interesting improv on the fly. I see Emily has just joined again. Emily, can you hear me? You should be able to hear me now. And hopefully she'll, okay, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. You should be able to, because I was able to find a setting that I didn't find before. Anyway, so all of these concepts that we've been going over are ways that you can use to create interesting and elegant improv on the fly. And today, I want to talk a little bit about arm frames, because arm frames are pretty much the last thing that people think of. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. The last thing that people think of when they're making a dance, or whether it's improv or choreography. So let's talk a little bit about that. We're just going to focus mostly on arm frames today. And I do want to let you know that all of the videos these live videos are on the Belly Dance Geek Facebook page, of course. And I've also figured out how to upload them to the new Belly Dance Geek YouTube channel, also the Belly Dance Geek Instagram account, and they're on IGTV, the full-length videos. And they are also on the latest episode of the More Than Steps podcast, the summer video series, Variations for Improv. So anyway, so let's get right into it. How many times have you seen a dance and the dancer is lovely and her arms, they stay in this position pretty much the entire time? They stay this way in turns. They stay this way no matter what they're doing, traveling, yada, 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 the whole 9 yards. This is a perfectly useful arm position to use as long as you don't use it all the time. I took a workshop with Hadia of Canada one time years ago, and I'll never forget what she said. She said, "This is arms prison. Don't leave your arms in arms prison." So let's talk about some of the other ways that we can use our arms in a dance. We can frame our hips here. Okay. And I learned this one from Nadira. She calls it LAMB, stands for look at my butt. Okay. And if you notice, my hands are slightly behind my side seam here, so that when you're facing straight on, we're not hiding the hip movement here. Yeah. Okay, so it's a little bit behind, and you want to take care to make sure that the shoulders stay relaxed and down, because you don't want to be, back here like this with the elbows and all that. So it's just a nice frame for in any hip work. It will draw attention to your hip work. Another one that's useful would be to bring both of them in front here. And I like to use this one kind of on an angle. And I might use it for a little bit of hip work here, one side or the other, it doesn't matter. And the hands are just relaxed and kind of sitting on top. So that creates a nice frame to kind of draw the eye this way, okay? Another nice one is something called strong V, okay? And again, you want to make sure that your shoulders are not inching up around your ears, because then you look like a hot dog in a bun. Okay, so strong V, and the elbows are nice and strong. You don't want to have like this little thing drooping down here like this. And this is a nice one to create a column, which would draw the eye also down to your hip work, or even, here, if you're doing some sort of a head movement. Okay, let's see. So another one that we could use, there are all sorts of asymmetric frames that we can use, right? Okay, here. And these are gonna, wherever your opening is is where the eye is going to be drawn to. Okay. You can also put one hand to the head and one arm out. Okay. Watch your fingers though. You don't want to have your fingers winging up here and sticking out there, right? All right. So what I'll do is take my fingers and just kind of bring them down behind here, down behind my head. And which brings me to another idea, both hands at the head here. And I'll turn around and you can see my fingers are facing downward. And this is a good one to, a lot of times I'll come up in my hair and with the backs of my hands and just pull it right up there like that and, just do whatever. Okay. So those are a handful of different arm frames that you can use, and there are more. You can come up with more, and that is the challenge for this week. I want you to post different arm frames. You can, if you want to do a video and just a short little video of yourself using different arm frames with your music. I would love to see that. Please show me your videos because I don't want to be the only one doing these things. So with that said, I'm going to turn on my music here, and I got it on shuffle. I don't know what it's going to play, just for about a 3.5 minute deal here. And I'm going to focus on arm frames. So the hip movements and any of the traveling will be just a very simple thing, but I want you to take a look and watch what I'm doing with the arm frames here. All right, let's see. Some of these things on my iPod are just little snippets of things that I've made for choreography working on. So I'll skip over that. Here's something called Scheherazade, and it's by Muhammad Ali. And I got this off of the Ahlam Jasmine album, Jasmine Jahal of Chicago. So I'll do about 3.5 minutes of this and see what we get here. And I'm going to turn this mute on so you don't hear me breathing. All right, and we're back. Okay, so you can see that that was all very, very simple dancing, but there were a lot of different arm frame changes. And another thing, I don't know if you noticed this, but I generally try to do this. Thank you guys. When you're changing your arm frame, rather than going just from one to the other, like air traffic control, right? If you'll bring them through a pathway, it kind of it's your arms have transitions just like your hip movements and just like your traveling steps do, or hopefully they do, because it makes it seem less programmed and a smoother, more cohesive dance. So when you're doing your arm frames, try to make your frames come through a pathway. And you can think of that as either the and or the breath in between the arm frames. Both of those things will help you have a more smooth and cohesive dance. So anyway, so that's what I've got for you for arm frames today. And again, all of these videos are available in, they will be available in like 4 different platforms. Here on the YouTube page, in the More Than Steps episode page. You can get them by email if you're on the email list. I'll be sending those out. They're on the Instagram channel, Belly Dance Geek on Instagram, and also on the brand new Belly Dance Geek YouTube channel. And just in case you were wondering, Nadira's Belly Dance Geek channel on YouTube is still available also. I've just been kind of trying to work on migrating those things over so that they're all in one place. Let's see. Also, I wanted to let you know, with the reason that we're doing this improv challenge video series is to talk about different ways that we can make interesting improv, and also to get you thinking about the improvisation safety net coaching program that is starting up on September 7th. And hopefully you've seen something about it. There's been some talk about it in the emails that I've sent out. And there's 1 more week left on the early bird registration. You can save an extra 10% off of the already fantastic coaching price. And the early bird pricing ends on Saturday, this Saturday, August 24th. So check it out. If you've been on the fence and you've been thinking about it, if you have questions, contact me. Let me know. I'd be happy to answer them for you. This program was like the night and day thing for my dance back in 2012. I'd never danced improv before, and taking this program was what gave me the courage and the tools to do it. So I would love to share it with you. It's one of my favorite programs. And you can find information about that on bellydancegeek.com/ISN 2019. And also coming up on Thursday, August 29th, the next Clubhouse coaching call with Dawn Davina is going to be teaching us some really, really cool things about costuming. She's a costumer, and her talk entitled 10 Things I've Learned About Belly Dance Costumes is going to be the subject of that call, and she's going to share some really cool stuff with us. So she's going to talk with us about how to think like a designer when we shop for or make a belly dance costume. So check that out, and watch your email for information about all of these things coming out. In the comments, the challenge for this week is to post a video or even just a comment, but I love your videos. Post a comment about different arm frames, maybe what your favorite arm frame is. And, you know, we all call things a little bit something different. The same arm frame might be called something different by 3 or 4 different people. So that's where video comes in. And next week, we are going to talk about expression. So 1 more week in the live series of videos, and then I'll think of something else fun for us to do. But yeah, let me know if you have questions about the improvisation safety net coaching program, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks for coming by. And now I can't get it to end. It's frozen. It's stopped. Oh, please let me keep this. I really. No.